you gotta be memorable. You feel me? If they not listening to you, if they not checking for you, then, and I speak to myself, if my numbers ain't right, I gotta tighten that up. I gotta make it more memorable.
Coming live on your radio.
What they want?
That real and raw.
How they get it?
DJ Focus.
What we doing?
Making music, reaching the corner. And it's all for the kingdom.
And we gon' make sure they know it.
Ooh, 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 ooh. We gon' take it there. I like red letters over trap beats to fix it. Saying, ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh.
Welcome back. DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. It's time for our spiritual detox, and come on now, we got one of the legends. Yeah, he a legend in our space. I don't care what y'all say. He's been doing it for a long time at a high level. Him and his partner, yeah, they busted on the scenes, and they have been making music that has inspired us, motivated us. Listen, some party music, some trappity music. Whatever you want to do, they have done it. And we excited because he got some solo stuff he working on. He been teasing us with a couple of these little singles, so we excited to have a conversation with our brother Fernie from Social Club. What's up, Fernie?
Good morning, man. I like that you said that we make all types of different music, because that was very important right there. You know, one thing about Social Club, shout to the family, shout to the mothership one time, that you know, we was a plethora of different, a cornucopia. You know what I mean? Like when we stepped on the scene, I remember that, man. It made a big splash. I remember myself, like I stood outside and I watched. I'm like, this is a big splash going on right now.
Yeah.
Man, what a blessing it is. Social Club Misfits, man. Shout out to my boy Marty, my brother.
Listen, y'all, that pizza party track. That
Who would
was
ever
the one.
thought that would be such a big record, right?
It was a huge record, but to your point, oh no, everybody knew in our space, oh, you ain't gonna be able to put them in the box, because nobody had made a fun song like that, expressing faith, but also saying it's cool to be one of the cool kids too as well.
Yeah. Come on now, let your head down. You know what I mean? Come on in. That's really what it was. We never wanted any bystanders. If you were going to come to the show, we wanted you to participate. We wanted you to be authentic. And what better way than, you know, pizza? You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, even youth groups and everywhere you went, it was just like, oh, come on, man. We're gonna get together. They're gonna have pizza and this. Man, you know what? It was like a real tool that was being used, and it just wound up being something that caught on like wildfire. I seen somebody type, like, I think it was DJ Waito, shout out to him. He was like, yo, y'all really had a nationwide wave of misfits. And I was like, I just don't want anybody to act like they didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw it. It's just like I've been reminiscing a lot lately, doing this solo stuff and just still with Marty tapped in and taking care of the mothership. Because for those who don't know, let me do this early in the interview. Since May, there's 4 brand new Social Club Misfits songs. I know this interview about Fern, but I gotta say this. May 7th, we re-released Misfits 2. We call it, you know what I mean, Decade Deluxe. Never too late, you know what I mean? And we added 3 new songs. Shout out Austin White, shout out Breno. Shout out those who showed us love on there. And then on Marty dropped the other day. Marty dropped a full, you know what I mean?
No promo or nothing. Listen, we just looked up and he just dropped me like, I didn't even see no promo for it.
Nah, it's a different world. I promise you. Welcome to the new world. Welcome to the new world. We just gonna drop. I promise you. I'm dropping next month and the next month and the next. Look, I told my boy to hit me up. What you doing, Fern? You going crazy? I said, I'm dropping forever. And you know why? I'm so glad, man. For real, God's really using me in this interview because I wanted to get to this point without like having to find a way to do it. You could be like, how you say you're gonna drop forever? You going crazy? Yeah, we're gonna drop forever because I remember, and for those who remember, I dropped the EP in 2015. It's called 6 Ain't Douglas. It got a lot of love and this and that. And then it's been like 9 years, gonna be 10 years. I'm probably gonna re-release that joint in next year, but it's been about 10 years, and I remember that you know, people would ask me, yo, Fern, man, you haven't dropped. What happened, man? Like, you got to go crazy. You got to drop a mixtape. Give us something, right? And then, you know, on Instagram, I'll drop something here and there, like a little freestyle with an animation or something. They're like, yo, this on Spotify. I'm like, nope, it ain't nowhere, bro. It's right here. I was starting to think about, you know how you look at your Instagram, they got all these coaches and all these people telling you about your life. And, yeah, you better do it for you regret and this and that. And then one time it hit me. I'm like, dang, man, it's been like 10 years, man. What you know what I mean? You did 10 years of your life without rapping about it. And God quickly, Holy Spirit quickly was Get them thoughts out of here, big dog. Get them thoughts out of here, because that's not even the thoughts. Here's the thoughts you're supposed to have. I had you on the road with Social Club Misfits. Y'all going crazy. That's the dreams. That was desires of your heart. Okay, you want to do, and you say the Lord works in mysterious ways. Oh, you, during the pandemic, or actually right before the pandemic, we were touring so crazy. And I remember being on the back of the bus one day like, yo, Lord, I just need some time home with the kids. Like, I just want to be home with the fam for a little bit. Man, the Lord really works in mysterious ways because that pandemic hit. And then I was home with them, and I just really looked at the Lord, and I was like, wow, you're really working in mysterious ways. He's like, I got something else for you. You know how you starting to get that little regret about how the last 10 years you didn't do no Fern stuff and what's going on with that? He's like, I got something for you. You say you wanted to see your kids. If you would have been doing the Fern stuff at the same energy you was doing the social club stuff, you would have never been home. You would have as soon as you got home from touring the social club, you would have had to do 9 little cities doing the Fern stuff, or you might have had to go do a little promo run doing the Fern stuff. He said, look, I saved you. I preserved you. You 45. You look 35. You about to do the Fern stuff now. And like on everything I love, I've been having to say this to everybody because it's just a beautiful word that the Lord instilled in my heart. And it was just like, there's no more regret. There's no more regret. The whole time that I kept telling myself, oh man, you know, you wasted your time. You could have did 10 albums. I'm going to do them now. I'm going to do them now. And I'm going to drop every month forever. So I wanted to start off with that, just to kind of set the tone of kind of like, why such a long dash in between? You want to know what the dash in between? Life.
That's real. That's real.
Trying to get to them kids, trying to service those kids out there, doing the social club thing as well, raising a generation of maybe what you see now. You know what I'm saying? Because when 2012 came out, I know we brought a monkey wrench to the game that was not expected. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I gotta give it to y'all. Y'all handled it real well. The industry, y'all handled it real well. I know it's very unexpected, but we showed up and we did what we had to do, and we still doing it right now. I just praise God for allowing me and Martin to be here for so long, still be in the conversation, still be relevant, no pun intended. But at the end of the day, it's just been a wonderful time of just kind of just putting everything in a row. Like now Marty's dropping, I'm dropping, social clubs dropping. Like we got the machine. For those who don't know, we independent now too. So I got it. Oh man, maybe I should have started with that too.
Them checks in a little different. Them checks in a little different now, huh?
All I'm saying is like, yo, I might could drop next week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I feel to, if I wake up in the middle of the night and the Lord put a song in my heart and I don't gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? I could just put that thing out. You know what I mean? Shout out to my distro and everybody that's helping me out. But it's just a new day. Social clubs independent. We feel like we want to release a ton of music, and we still will. Marty's gonna release a ton of music. Being independent has just, you know, shout out to Capital, man. Shout out to Capital always. You know what I mean? They put us in a different place that we would have maybe never explored ourselves. We may have never explored CCM. You know what I mean? We may have, but when we went to Capital, we were thrown in there, and it's a tough space to navigate. And one thing I want to say is that I feel like Social Club navigate that space very well. Shout out to the GMA Dub Awards. We've been there a few times, and we've been how you say we have a couple accolades from them that have told us that we've navigated that space very well. I just feel like when you hear rap and CCM, it's not many, you know what I mean? Not many who can navigate that, and because they'll think it's not necessarily as edgy or hardcore as rap, you know what I mean? And it's like it kind of softens up. We kind of took it like that was our avenue to do worship. That was our avenue to do worship. You know what I mean? When we got with Matthew West, we could explore some worship. You know what I mean? When we got with Zach Williams, we could explore the guitars and get in a different mode of worship. You know what I'm saying? When we got with Danny Goki, when we got with those folks, Torrin Wells, War Cry, you know what I mean? Literal worship. We got the song of the year for worshiping, not even for rapping. You know what I'm saying? It was worship. You know what I mean? So even to this day, no matter how many fans or whatever, it's always been since the beginning of time, keeping God in the center and keeping that worship. You know what I mean? Keeping that relationship with God. The rap, we were coming in with that. We already kind of was coming in with that. But how does God get glorified by that? You know what I mean? So by letting him have it. So I feel like Social Club Misfits, ironically enough, you know, it's two wild and crazy guys, right? But look at what it took. when we gave it to God, he shaped us, he molded us, took us through CCM. He made us worship and showed us and humbled us, and we bowed down to that. You know what I mean? In Jesus' name, like he really broke us down. You know what I mean? It's a different route than most normal rappers take. You know what I mean? But I'll say like this too, for 4 years, almost 5 years, we were independent before Capital even came and saw us. You know what I mean? And we were just going crazy, dropping. I gotta say the story because that's the landscape now, right? You just drop people like you gotta drop, and then the next day they want you to drop again. They don't even remember the song from yesterday. They're like, "Come on, big dog, when you drop?" And I'm like, "Dog, I just dropped. Like I just DM'd you. I just dropped right now, 12:59." He's like, "I know, dog. I need another one though." But the thing is, even though I love that, they really be feeling like that. They really, and then so you go back to when Jay-Z said, "Do y'all listen or do y'all just skim through it?" Because it's cool, you still gonna get the vibe when you, but a lot of us, we really put our heart into the art, you know what I mean? And we want you to listen to it. Like to me, this new EP that I'm doing, it's 5 songs, it's like 10 minutes. You can have it with coffee, you know what I mean? But when you hear it, it's me giving you some thoughts. And then at the end, I always give you 30 to 40 seconds of that same landscape I gave you the thought on to get your thought off. You know what I mean? So I just made up this new thing where you could listen to it, catch what I'm digging, and then go ahead and debrief under the same soundscape. You know what I mean? So that's just really what it's been in. I've been in an introspective season of my life, more wise, and just taking the production that I'm getting, which to me is like, shout out to my brother Prem and everybody at Apollo giving me that great music. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's very timely for me right now. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a bunch of fruits and vegetables and crazy stuff and potatoes and all that stuff in my beats. I just need something to let me get my thought off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets too crazy. You're trying to mix it and your voice is getting lost in there and you're just trying to get that thought off. And that's really what I'm doing in this season, man. I got a lot to say and I'm going to drop every month.
Yeah. Listen, we already know you got a lot to say. You came over here. Making sure you preach.
It's your interview. It's your interview, Fern. Yeah. This is your interview, bro.
It's yours.
It's yours.
I'm about to chop this all up, B.
Fernie just gave you guys the blueprint on how to navigate all things world. And that, I was going to ask that question before you ran just the whole playbook for me. You guys have been all world. You and Marty wrote the book of what it looks like to be an all world athlete in this particular genre. And that's something that artists are trying to navigate now because everybody usually has a brand. It's like a brand. I'm on brand, but we know that we're called to go. And so you guys have been super effective in that area. What are some tips you could give like an up and coming artist who they know they should step outside of themselves a little bit and experience a different artist or artistry or style of music? Like what's a tip you could give them? Because a lot of them are afraid to do it and they just stay in the same.
You know what it is, Dice, man? Like me, I come from an era before all that was like a thing to do. You know what I mean? It was always branding. I'm sure there was always all that. But now when you get your phone, when you get your CapCut, when you get like all the kids are exposed to it right away. Like when I got exposed to rap, I was just exposed to like my cousin beatboxing. You feel me? And it was just the love. I'm like, what is that? And then from that, then he started rapping. I'm like, what is that? And then from that, like they get the phone right away and they're already trying to do a CapCut video to upload it. They never get to fall in love with it just genuinely without thinking about putting it out there. Who cares who sees it? Who cares? Let me just generally just master my craft, get nice. It's almost like, oh, if I don't erase it, I ain't gonna be able to do this ever again. No, you're supposed to get nice. Let's get them 10,000 hours. Let's master that craft. So every time we turn that camera on, it's always on because you learned it. It's like Bruce Lee, you did the calisthenics. It's that inner, it's inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just really like that. It's just really that basic now. Like you really have to do it from the ground up. If you skip steps, I'm going to know. Because there's going to be a time that something's going to happen and you didn't learn that. You never did that. But you were so nice. We brought you up. That's so you feel me? Like, see, I wasn't brought up. I came up. Nobody brought me.
There we go.
I brought myself.
Okay.
Do I know? Yo, I promise you, this is how I got discovered for the Sony deal. Shout out my guy Sosa, always bringing my takes wherever I was. he had another MC that he was managing, and he brought it over to Sony Latin. This how nice you gotta be, everybody. Always tell everybody, oh, they not listening to me. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm not nice. I don't know what's going on. Yo, you gotta be memorable. You gotta be more memorable. You feel me? If they not listening to you, if they not checking for you, then, and I speak to myself, if my numbers ain't right, I gotta tighten that up. I gotta make it more memorable. Why does this person need to go check back? Because I was dropping jewels. Because I was dropping mad jewels. And every time I get on this interview, they know Fern gonna drop some jewels on them. And so they're gonna check for me. You gotta be memorable. So that's just really like, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do, especially with the music and everything. But as I give advice, I tell my young boys, I'm like, listen, man, you already got the quality. You already got the camera. As you do your raps, just be more memorable in your character, in your honor, in the way you honor, in the way you come across. Oh, man, that guy's always on time. Even basic stuff. That guy's always on time, man. I need that guy. That videographer, he's always on time. His edits are always on point. Shout out my boy Eli. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, be more memorable. Be more memorable and allow yourself to be remembered. You know what I mean? So
that's good.
I'm saying so much. I probably drifted off, and I was trying to catch it. And
no, you
because
good.
There's still more stuff I want to say, but I want to tap into the stuff that you want to ask me.
Absolutely. Well, come on, let's talk about this single that's out for this new album that you about to drop. You say next month or whenever you feel like it.
On the 19th, real quick, couple weeks.
Okay, a couple weeks. So come on, talk about the inspiration behind this track, because this track is different.
And I'm going to be honest, they could be like, yo, Fern, what you talking about? Shiesty. Let's do this first. Everybody's spelling it wrong all over the internet, this and that. First of all, it's Shiesty. There's mad different ways to spell it. But initially, I think they spelled it wrong in the metadata. And then, like, I spelled it wrong, sending it over to distribution. So there's, like, mad different spellings all over the place. But I'm going to be honest. It's not about being shiesty. It's not about a shiesty man. There's a picture that I took. You could see it, obviously. It's probably my avatar right now. That picture and any promo, I'm gonna just give you a happy accident. This is how that happened. Because I'm not gonna see my videographer till next week. So I'm gonna get a bunch of crazy content started next week. But I had some stuff from an old video from Social Club that we did called Again. We did it last February. And I happened to wear the shiesty mask because I was like, yo, I kind of don't know these words real quick. So I'm gonna wear the shiesty quick, and I'm gonna just pull this look off and go crazy, right? And so, make a long story semi-long, I did that, and there was just so much BTS, so much. Shout out my boy Stevie. There was so many pictures and this and that. And then one day, as I started with the group, just kind of like recording these songs, I was looking through pictures, just kind of looking for inspiration, just pictures. And I ran across that picture, and it's a picture of me with the shiesty, and I'm kind of looking up. And it's kind of like my Jordan moment. I'm gonna look like the Jordan joint. You feel me?
Right.
But I kind of looked at that picture on everything I love. Just looking at that picture, I go, I'm wearing the shiesty, but it's like I'm reflecting the glory of the Lord at the same time. I promise you, that's what the song is. Just art. The song is just art at first, in first take. But then when the money get low and you feel like you got no place to go, that's when you know it's just for real, just to show. I know, because I've been there. I've been in those situations where you got to make decisions, where you feel me? Where you got to trust, or you going to make another decision that might set with a shiesty mask and all. I reflect, I turn back. You feel me? I know where my faith comes. I know where my hope comes from. My faith is totally restored in that moment. That's what's happening. I got the shiesty on and I look up and I'm like, oh, okay. I know where my hope comes with the shiesty mask and all. I was ready to make the move. Then the Lord beamed on me. And then you feel me? Watch that content I'm gonna shoot today, man. Oh my God, it's gonna be crazy.
That's crazy.
Because we talking it up right now. What you about to see? You about to see what I just said. And I just made something out of nothing, man. I literally had this music that I was just creating with my crew, and I'm like, I gotta drop. I feel like dropping. I gotta drop now. It's in my spirit. It's in my heart. It's for my legacy. It's for my sons. You know how it goes like this. A wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. You know what I mean? And I'm not a very rich man, but I'm a very writing man. And I have many songs and catalog and stuff like that. And I thought about them like, Lord, I leave these masters to my kids. This might mean something if I hustle and I really get behind this and I make it mean something. So lately, I just been working hard and just working my butt off to make this music really mean something. Even though God already said it means something on the technical. See, I'm y'all got me preaching. I started
Go ahead.
feeling like I was
Go
Dang.
ahead.
I started feeling like it. It's just like I feel like this music it has opened up a new meaning for me on the second go round. The first 10 years, I'm gonna tell you right now, Focus, the first 10 years went by so fast I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I was holding on my daughter and my sons in the shows and stuff like that. I remember the show in Orlando. I'm wearing Forgiven Group Fly Collabo. I remember everything. You know what I mean? I got the brand new Reebok Classics 30-year editions on, this and that. It's gone. I remember that green room. Everybody was there. Golly, it was a celebration. Everybody was always in our green rooms. And you know what? That was just God just allowing me to live my life in the desires of my heart. But he told me also, he's like, there's more to do, brother.
Yeah.
There's more to do. It's not about that no more. You know, even though you're still in it, even though you're still doing it, I'm going to set you apart. I'm going to set you a different season. We got books on the way. I got a movie on the way. I got the screenplay. Shout out my brother, Ron Lamar. I'm always involved with him. But we got the screenplay, finishing it up. We're in the last steps of finishing up a screenplay to get a 6 8 Douglas movie. The book, obviously, and just music. But it's just a crazy time right now because I know in this day and age, with branding and everything being so huge and you got to do your social media and me knowing about it because I've been in this game, but I'm still a fighter of it. I'm still such a purist, dog. I promise you, I'm still such a purist and believe that I'm not saying don't do social media. Nah, do it because I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do some crazy content. But what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be, because I feel like it got turned around. They even said, hey, you can't call yourself a rapper no more. You a content creator. I'm like, nah, I'm a rapper and I'm a content creator. You feel me? That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna take that authority back because that's not really my gift to go and do that. And you know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Eli who helps me see all my visions. But we get excited when we work together and it's like him. When he's filming, he's doing his 16s. You know what I mean? When he's filming, he's doing his feature for me. You know what I mean? And I love that. And I don't mind that. I love having a team. I love my guy who does the distro. I love my guy who does the camera. Shout out to Russ and all those do-it-yourself brothers out there who could do it, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I respect y'all. I love y'all. Y'all really got it. But I come from an old time where I love working with my people, my camaraderie. And has there been times that I've had to do stuff on the fly? Of course, man. And be gifted at what you do and do the best you can. But I love working with my team. Together, everyone achieves more, for real, OG status. And, you know, I look forward to just drop. I can't wait to be here next month dropping the new joint. I ain't going to lie. The new joint's crazier than this joint.
Come on back.
Yeah.
Hey, talk about that a little bit more, though. We talk about giving, success stories and giving roses on the show all the time and the importance of having a team. Why is that so important for you to acknowledge? I mean, you acknowledge your whole squad.
Nah, I'm going to be honest, man. Yeah, man. I come from team, man. For real, man. Like, being in social club for 10, 14 years. I literally, since I came home from prison, I jumped into being on a team. Straight up. I've been in a team for 15 years. It's literally all I know on this side from being this side in the new world, you know, also in the new world, you know, but for the last 15 years, I've been on a team. And I've seen it with my own eyes. You know what I mean? I love being able to get a responsibility and go ahead and deliver that and see the whole team, you know, be able to win together because everybody did their pieces. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, it's never no slight to those who could do it on their own. I'm 45, B. Y'all got to give me some slack. The fact that I'm even on here by myself with my own light, my camera, B, that right there, man, yo, that's major kudos to me. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest, brother. I'm gonna be honest. It's not even a thing of it's just a natural thing, man. It's just a natural thing. You are what you know, man. You just are what you know. And I say that to say this. Do I need to learn more? Yes. I need to learn more. Those little places that I'm a little weak at, I could get a little bit stronger. I could get a little bit stronger in those things. But I do like having my team. I love them a lot. Hey, one thing I will say, Gary Vee put me onto this. I know it's hard too when you work on teams to try to get everybody on your faculty to be on a 10, on a vision that you created or that the Lord gave you, because you got to sell it to them and try to get them all on 10. But I tell you, man, I've been blessed to at least have them on an 8.5 every time. Yeah. At least have them at a 9.3. we might not see eye to eye on everything because everybody's a creative and bringing their ideas too.
You better
But thank
preach.
God, man. Shout out my boy Abraham on graphics, Eli visuals, Prem music, Apollo on distro. I'm blessed with a great team. I'm just blessed with a great team who's allowing me to just walk in my calling. You know what I mean? I literally could cook and I hand the food over to them and they put it where it needs to be put. You know what I mean? And it's just been a good time, man. It's been a good time working this way. It's been a good time working this way.
That's powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Teamwork, man.
I love it.
Like I said, man, if you could do it yourself, man, shout out to you, man. You going crazy.
Fern, who motivates you, man? Because you motivate the world. You have this natural, enthusiastic, electric ability to engage people and really get them on fire. Now, but who does that for you?
You know who does that for me, man? My kids, my son, my daughter does that for me. And my other kids, my cats. You feel me? Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Right now. I gotta say this. Oh my God, I'm gonna shout them out. They don't even know I'm saying this because they're in the back of the house. But look at this. I got 2 cats that live in my house. I love them, Stormy and Smokey, my regular house cats. But in my backyard where I do my writing, in my back patio, like there's some backyard cats that come through there. But 2 of them fell in love with me, and I feed them for the last years and stuff. And one of them had a baby, so I took care of the baby. So I set up shelters all around my backyard, and this baby, because a lot of them they'll come and go, you know, but this one stayed and never left. And through the whole day, I'm like, damn, she never leaves. She's always there, and she made my backyard her home. So I was like, all right, bet, you know what? I got to try to catch this little cat so I could spay her so it doesn't get pregnant, kind of. So little by little, I just kept feeding it, and it just became part of my little life. 6, 7, 8 months. She got pregnant. She wound up getting pregnant, man, you know, and I noticed it, and I called my buddy. And my buddy was like, you know what, Fern, she looks like she's going to give birth real soon, man. You need to bring her in the catio, in the little patio. I changed the catio.
Catio. Oh, my
You
goodness.
feel me?
Yeah.
Hey,
You need to bring her in the catio.
It was Memorial Day weekend. And so she's always in the backyard. So I go to feed her. My neighbor's playing music because it's Memorial Day. It's a vibe. I was chilling back there relaxing, but the music was loud and I thought about it. And I'm like, she's probably freaked out, right? So I go to look at her little spot and she was like hiding, right? So I said, dang, today's your day. So I brought her in the patio. I closed the door. That night she gave birth to 4 kittens.
Wow.
And guess what? Me and my wife haven't slept in our master bedroom for about 6 weeks because I'm freaking fostering right now. But you can see I had to buy her this huge couch.
Let's go, bro.
Wow.
Hey, this couch is as big as a king size bed, bro.
Let's go, Fern. I love that. The
so
animal
we out
whisperer.
here right now fostering those cats, man. I freaking love them, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep them, but I want to keep them together.
Yeah.
The mom with the 4.
That's cute.
You know what I mean? But they inspire me every day. I gotta keep them right. You know what I mean? Like I know I gotta travel, and then me and my wife are gonna travel at the same time. So I have a friend of ours that's gonna come take care of the cats and stuff. But I'm already like, yo, you gotta come do a walkthrough. I gotta train you how to do this. This is not. Yo, you can't just come. You can't just come. Nah, I need.
I love this. I love it.
There's steps. Yeah. So I got to make sure they're right because my cats, they're
special,
like humans that got stuck in fur and didn't make it out.
They got stuck in
when
fur.
I see them, I'm like, I know what you need. I know what you need.
I know. Right. I love that.
But for real, and one more thing about motivation, I ain't gonna lie, my age motivates me, man. It really does, man. To be current in rap. And like, I'm really like, yo, y'all haven't heard nothing, man. I promise you. Like, I wake up every day. I'll tell you like this. Usually I would just write a verse. You know what I'm saying? Write a verse and then maybe get back to the studio and then finish it later. Do the chorus when I get to the studio and stuff like that. Here's where I'm at now. I can't stop until I got this is just me because remember, I'm in Social Club. I didn't have to finish stuff. I could just show up to the studio with half and we're going to finish it. Whatever. So, but now doing a solo tip, the Lord has evolved me in the sense where I'm writing the whole chorus and I'm finishing the whole song. For me, that's a huge deal because for 15 years, I haven't had to do that. You know what I'm saying? I literally haven't had to do that at all. You know what I mean? So like the Lord literally just like muscle memory, riding a bike, just writing my chorus. Like you're starting to see, like when's the last time you heard Fern on a chorus? When have you heard him? You never did.
That's real.
You barely ever did. This is the first time you heard me on the hook. And that's the thing. Like it was covered up well. You wouldn't even know, but you know what I mean? So the Lord got me writing my little hooks and stuff like that. And you see, there's really no features or anything like that. I'm just, at the end of the day, I just want to put out some thoughts. I'm just
Yeah.
putting out some thoughts. If it calls for a feature, I'm gonna grab them up and make sure y'all have them, or her, whoever it is. I promise. But it's just been a fun season, man. Just like gathering my thoughts, things that I wanted, whole thoughts of Fern. Because when you're in social club, you get a partial thought. You know what I mean? You get a half a thought of what Martin said. Even though we complete our thought, I'm just saying, in a full song of me, I can totally complete the thought. You know what
That's
I mean?
good.
From start to finish, the whole thought. You know what I mean? So that's where I think if they were to say, hey, what's different with Fern
Yeah.
on Social Club and Fern, well, you get a total complete thought out process of me. You know what I mean? And so that's cool, man. So I just feel like a wise man right now. You know what I mean? I'm in my Solomon era. You know
I
what I
love
mean?
it. I love
I'm
it.
in my Solomon era right now.
Listen, Fern,
I,
we appreciate you coming through, man. Go ahead, Dice.
no,
You said something.
I mean, Focus, I think you already said we just definitely got to give roses to you. And I
Absolutely.
definitely wanted to say thank you personally for what you've done, because what you did was you opened up a whole nother like portal for
Mhm.
our like you opened it all the way up, something that nobody's ever done before, you and Marty. And we're just grateful, man. I just really want you to hear that and know, like, it means the world of a difference for us. Like, even here on the station, the music we get now, like, artists do things they would have never ever been able to do if you
Facts.
guys didn't risk it. Like, you really took a huge risk, and you changed culture, you changed CHH culture, hip-hop culture, Puerto Rican culture. Like,
Yeah.
you've done so many changes, you know what I'm saying? And you do it flawlessly. You know what I'm saying? It's just who you are. But I'm just grateful that you guys really have listened to the Lord and really carved that path. So just thank you, brother.
Thank you for saying
Thank
that,
you.
man.
Yeah.
It really does hit different when you get it from your peers, because at the end of the day, now with the social media and with the, like, we got so much music, more than we ever had before. You know what I mean? So to still be acknowledged and to be able to hear that, you know what I mean, with everything and all the surrounding that's still going on, that's a beautiful thing. We appreciate that. Social Club, we always wanted to be, a resource of help for those who didn't know where to go. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and me, I'm just an extension of that. If you still don't know where to go, I'm here. I'm gonna show you. I might kick you in the butt, but I'm gonna show you.
Barney, come on, man. Tell the people
Yeah,
how they
bro.
connect with you, man, and follow you on all your social media platforms, and introduce this latest single.
Hey, absolutely. You can find me on Twitter or X, whatever you guys call that. Follow Fern. I wish I would have kept that across all platforms, but Fernie_SC on Instagram, Threads, wherever that, you know what I mean? But you can find me, Fernie. I'm out there. This new single, Shiesty, you know what it is? Off the self-titled EP, Shiesty. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we just reflecting the glory of the Lord, man. So y'all put your shiesties on and you reflect the glory of the Lord, man. At the end of the day, you let them know no matter what you're going through, you down bad, you trust in the Lord. You remember where your hope comes from. And he'll always have you right. We make an art from the heart, and we keep Jesus in the center like a dart. You already know what it is, man. Love.
Keep it locked. You tune into the Fixx.
And the
Love.
Fixx is in.